So after 10 days of sleepless and close to sleepless nights, sifting through Twitch streams, Reddit posts, and Discord DMs, hell, even a leak and a bug, which made us think that we got through already, we are finally on the cusp of actually unlocking Lightkeeper. So if you want to go after Lightkeeper, you need to hear this for your own sanity's sake. I will not be giving specifics, but I will be warning you because there is a good chance you will not be able to do it. You heard that right, that shiny chunk of new content that we've been waiting well over a year for, and there is a real chance you will fail at accessing it. I will have the raid series playing in the background, which if you have not seen this yet, you are trolling. I'll link it in the description. At the end, I'm going to cap it off with, let's just say, a bit of speculation as to the bigger picture that even as the leader of the Sons of Soon, I forgot I should have kept this in mind going into this patch. But first, with all of these raids, we've been spending a lot of time sitting in queues, so we figured why not raid while we wait for our raid, which is easier now than ever thanks to today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is what happens if you crossed a blockbuster movie with a real AAA game and then squeezed it into a mobile phone. It's genuinely revolutionary. Love experimenting with cool mechanics and team compositions? Raid lets you put your mechanical mastery to the test by crafting your ideal team of champions, customizing their abilities with the best artifacts, choosing their masteries, and then putting them to the test against Raid's many tough bosses and challenges, or even real players. Raid has prepared something special for all new players this Christmas. Get ready to celebrate the 12 days of Raid. Download Raid Shadow Legends from the links below, copy your player ID from in-game, and then go to 12daysofraid.plarium.com where you enter your player ID and then set out on a fun festive adventure that lasts 12 days. Running from December 19th to January 10th. Each day experience a new chapter of this wintry story and play a new mini-game for a chance to win some amazing in-game and real-life prizes, including holiday-themed raid champions and even Amazon gift cards worth up to $1,000. Hurry up as the event is almost over. Existing raid players, don't think you've been left out here. Head to 12daysofraid.plarium.com where you can find a special holiday promo code that everyone can use for a small festive gift. But there's more. New players use my link or scan the QR code right here and get a free starter pack with this cool in-game loot. And if you've been living under a rock, you may not know that the MMA and pro wrestling megastar Ronda Rousey has made an exciting leap into the world of Raid with her own champion. You can get Ronda by simply opening Raid for 7 days before February 20th. That is all there is to it. To celebrate her arrival, you can use the promo code RAIDRONDA to get a bunch of useful in-game items to help her level up. Just enter the promo code in-game and all the goodies will be sent straight to your inbox. Thanks again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Massive nerd warning on this one if you haven't already realized. If you don't really like Escape from Tarkov, you will have trouble following this, and you probably won't even go this far into the game anyway, but if you're confident enough that you want to try and complete the game and take everything this game has to offer, then here it is. To get the even tangential, even possibility people will be worried about spoilers here, I'll get the only thing that needs to be said out of the way first. I do not think this is a spoiler, I think it is a warning. The same way, for example, if a friend wanted to walk into a bear's cave with newly butchered meat hanging around their neck and kick it in the nuts. It isn't a spoiler to tell them they're going to get mauled by that fucking bear and die. Well, the same goes for Lightkeeper here, as he is by far the most difficult piece of content in the game. He is more difficult to unlock than the Kappa container. You will accidentally unlock the Kappa container just to try and complete these Lightkeeper tasks, I shit you not. So now you understand it's difficult, and now you have the warning ahead of you. And that was the only piece of information that might be considered some kind of a spoiler, but I see it as a warning and information that everybody needs to hear. The reason you need to hear it is also really my fault for not thinking about all the possibilities of who Lightkeeper is and what he actually means to the game ahead of time. I spent way too much time hyping up Lightkeeper as just another traitor when sure he will be another traitor, but what it's looking more and more likely to be is that he is the traitor. The amount of work that you need to put in just to even start the Lightkeeper task line is considered close to the requirements for Kappa, which of course is the endgame content that we have had for years now. We've known since day one there is an end goal to this game. There is a way for you to win Escape from Tarkov, and it is to literally escape from Tarkov. This is why I have the raid series in the background today, and again, why if you haven't watched it yet, you need to go do that. In the main story, we will need to escape from Tarkov in order to complete the game. Now, to be clear, that doesn't end the game. There is going to be like this weird thing where you just end up coming back and you continue to play if you want to, sure. But generally speaking, if you want to win the game, there is a way to do that. That is how you do that. Nikita has said many times there will be many ways to do it. It will be very difficult, and you will be able to fail at some of those ways. When we look at the raid series, which was written and directed by Nikita himself to fall in line directly with what he wants in game, I'm going to talk about this series now as if we are Skiff, who is the main character, because we pretty much are. What happens is you're a PMC who gets left behind in Tarkov, and you need to get home to your family. You figure out a way and pursue it. That one doesn't end up working out, so you figure out another way through a traitor. That traitor doesn't like you, so you try to find a sideways deal with his buddy, and that almost gets you killed, but you find a way out of Tarkov through them. Just so happens that that way is also through Terror Group's shit list, and when you're on Terror Group's shit list, that is the last list that you are going to ever be on, and you will not be on it very long. That's all real, actual, purposeful implementation of lore that will be in the game at launch. It will all be what makes up the main storyline, of which we will not see until the release of the game. BSG wants us all to play through the story for the first time together. What's also true is every single task that we have in the game currently is not only just something to do, but is considered side quests. Those are going to be there after launch as well, and it's also why many of them are ridiculous. Side quests are supposed to be ridiculous. It also has the dual role of allowing BSG to test and balance features around the questing. The storyline will be nothing more advanced than what we are seeing here. It will all still be collect this item, place that there, kill this there, just move some words around while the background features are still the same. Now take into account what we know about Lightkeeper, which granted is very little, but it's there. He's linked to the cult, which is seen as the most dangerous, most powerful, and secretive entity in the game, right alongside Terror Group, which they might have a connection to Terror Group. We don't actually fully know yet, or at least I've missed that, while also being a group that wants to be there in Tarkov. They want to stay in Tarkov rather than leave, and unlike the locals who don't have a choice, the cult have a choice. They have the ability to leave if they want to. They have the power to do that, but they are choosing to stay in Tarkov to fulfill their plans, which TLDR is a nuke or an EMP that they call the Blue Flame. Again, lore that you're going to want to figure out before the game actually releases. So we are in a version of the game that does not have the full story yet, but includes side quests only, and has just added a very powerful NPC who is seen as the most difficult thing to accomplish in the game currently, who also has the ability to leave if he wants to, but does not want to. And to be clear, that's not a spoiler, that's just stuff that we know from events from before. He has literally left before. That is in the lore, that was in events. While we're on that subject, I'm going to be very clear here. That is all true. That's either in the books, that's the lore explained by developers and or in the game right now in front of us. But now, here is the speculation that I'm sure some of you guys have already caught on to, but these days I can't be too careful about being clear on what is real and what is just speculation. This is speculation, but shit, I think Lightkeeper is our first real implementation of a way to win the game. I think there will be a way for us to use Lightkeeper to escape from Tarkov without having actually even gained access to him officially, and again, not spoiling it. Hell, I haven't been there, so there's nothing that I can spoil it. This is all conjecture, this is speculation, all this stuff. But let's just say, even when that does happen, when we do meet Lightkeeper, it's not over yet. I think what his real purpose is a side way of being able to escape from Tarkov. He's either that, or he's really like a dark side sort of reputation guy, or something like that. That part is a bit more loose. Again, I'm rolling with that. I think he is one of our actual end game final things to escape from Tarkov. Right now, I think we are looking at what will eventually be a way to win the game. In case you're not already on this boat with me, think about it as I explain all of this one more time with the facts, and tell me there is no way this is even a possibility, which granted, I'm not saying it's impossible. There's other things happening here, but this is what I am confident about right now and would like to stick with. There is a win state to the game. We can literally escape from Tarkov. That's one. Two, none of what we are doing right now is core story mode. It's all side quests with the same features the story mode stuff will need so that it can be properly tested. Number three here is Lightkeeper has shown in events, in lore, and now in game he is very powerful, if not the most powerful entity in the game, and is associated with a group that can leave if they want to, but they are choosing to stay in Tarkov. Last thing here, BSG are looking real confident that full release will be soon. They've said it numerous times throughout the New Year stuff, meaning probably another year or so, but yeah, to them that in general I guess is soon in terms of the big picture. Regardless though, they are confident that they are pushing to full release. What is something that needs to be tested for full release? The actual end game, the win state of the game. I think Lightkeeper is the test version of the actual end game, including a way to escape from Tarkov. It explains everything, which has led me astray before, I'll admit, but it really does. It explains everything. It explains why he is so difficult. It is why it is such a high level to even just meet him. And it is why these tasks that we are seeing are insanely difficult without giving details. Again, to be clear, you will accidentally complete Kappa just by trying these tasks. And I think it's because he is the end. He is a way to finish the game. What happens when you finish the game? You finish the content. That's why it is so difficult, because there is nothing left. There will be several other ways to escape from Tarkov through the storyline, but if we fail them all, as Nikita has mentioned, you will be able to fail. I would think there's going to be at least one way, if you are left with no other choice, to finally actually have at least the chance to escape from Tarkov, and I think that thing is Lightkeeper. I am obviously super hyped up about this, but I am going to run with this theory until I hear or see otherwise. But honestly, to me, it's all clear now. It all makes sense. And hopefully, if some of you guys weren't even going to attempt to get to Lightkeeper, maybe now you will, just to see what it's like. If not, just to see what the best that BSG has to throw at badass in terms of an endgame. And just generally speaking, in terms of this theory and what's going on here, I'm also the guy who thought for sure that they would drop a nuke on us when it ended up just being the arena reveal, which by the way, they totally still can drop a nuke on us. Just to be clear, that's not like a made up thing. That's in lore. That's why we thought that was going to happen. So it still totally could happen. Hell, maybe when we get to the end, if this ends up being it, if Lightkeeper is our way out of Tarkov, maybe we think we're helping him, maybe we think we're going to escape, and then he just hits the button. That could totally happen. But all that stuff aside, just drop a comment or tweet at me with what you think. Let's get some more brains on this stuff. Again, if you have not seen the Raid series, I must urge you to go and watch it. It is linked in the description. I'm not going anywhere. I will post a spoiler-filled video at some point with the progress so far to Lightkeeper, but I needed to post this video today to get the word out and see what you guys think. Also, I wanted to make sure it was fair to people that don't want to have this stuff spoiled, while people that weren't interested in Lightkeeper knew what the possibility was here. So let me know what you guys think. But that is all for now, guys. If you like this video, there is a button for that. Subscribe for more like it. Yes, I do go crazy sometimes, but not all the time. But yeah, this won't be the last time that you see this. Just some fair warning. Jump into the comments and let me know what you guys think. Follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, both linked below. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Apologies for the extra brain damage, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.